Hello. We all right? How we doing? Good morning, everybody. I'm Dan83. This is the Tuesday Brew, the place where we caffeinate and educate us. Beautiful coffee made by Emily, the producer. She's doing a wonderful job again, making this look all nice. It's quite nice in here. Look, it's warm. Oh, warm colours. Colours. Talking about colours today. And today, the Tuesday Brew is sponsored by watercolours. Do you think you can paint? Think again. Watercolours. Do you enjoy painting? Think again. Watercolours. Cool. So today, we're talking about colours. Last week we talked about fonts. So check out our blog. It's all about fonts. Fonts and colours go hand in hand with branding. So we'll put the link to the blog in the chat for you to check it out. New blog next week. I don't know what it's going to be about yet. We have to wait and see. Excuse me. Right then. So let's get to it, shall we? Colours. Last week, Hayden, I think, asked me about colours. So that's what we're talking about this week. So branding and colours, branding colours. What to say words? Branding colours, and branding and colours. Colours are powerful. They're a big key part of branding for many reasons. We'll cover a few today. I've got a little game to start with that you can play if you're on. If you're not on, play it later. Whatever. So I've got a little slideshow for you to show you just how powerful colours are in branding. So what we're going to do is show you a colour, and you have to tell me what brand it is, basically, what colour the brand is. So we'll do an easy one to start with. You should all get this one. So whose brand, whose colour, whose brand? I don't know what's in this coffee. Whose colour is this? Which brand colour is this? You should all know what this is. Most of you are sat watching me on it. That's correct. It's Facebook. Hey, thank you, Facebook. The next one, a little trickier, this one. Whose brand colours are they? I'll wait. So Blue's Clues. Can you tell me whose colours these are? Yes, that's right. It's Coca-Cola. Red and white. Thank you, Coca-Cola, for turning Santa red. Next, this one. What do you think? Whose colours are these? You can tell me. Go on, speak up. I'm a little bit deaf. No, that's not right. That's it. That's it. It is indeed McDonald's. We all love a chip, especially the ones at the bottom of the bag. They're my favourite. Cold bag chips rule. The next one, a little bit trickier. This might be one for the older people in the audience who enjoy this brand. We don't know why we enjoy this brand, but we do. Yes, that is correct. It is the wonderful IKEA. Did you know that IKEA is an acronym? Emily didn't. I told you the other week. That blew her mind. It actually stands for something. I'm not going to say what it stands for because it's Swedish, but it is an acronym. And finally, this one. That's it. You got it. Yeah, well done. I heard you speak. I heard you that one. It is Cadbury's. So there you go. That shows you that just through the medium of colour, we've shown a brand can come across. It's in your brain already. It's implanted. It's psychology. A lot of this stuff is about psychology. So we're not just designers. We're psychologists. Obviously, some of us have kind of got qualifications in that. But sorry, half a qualification. So that's good enough for us. That's more than I've got. So there are certain rules for picking the perfect colour for your brand. And these aren't exhaustive. These are just some of the rules that we put together that we think are useful because we do it quite a lot. it goes without saying that if you are your brand and you are the head of your business or your personal brand, then you should be in charge of picking the colour. If you have a particular idea about it, you should certainly have a say in it at the very least. But then again, listen to the designers and psychologists among us who might have a good reason, justification for suggesting you use a certain colour. So these are the 83, some of the 83 rules for picking the right colour. So we'll start then with the colour itself. So colours have meanings, and meanings, they mean things to people, and that gives your brand personality. So if you are an intense and passionate brand, you might go with a shade of red, like shown here. If you are cheerful, fun and risk-taking, like 83 is, all those risks that we take and the fun that we have, we orange because we're fun and cheerful. If you're warm and pleasant, which we are warm and pleasant, but it's not our overriding factor. You use yellow. Isn't that pretty? Warm and pleasant. Green, natural. So if you run a Whole Foods, a natural foods place or a farm shop or something like that, something natural or natural medicine or supplements or things like that, green is always good. Blue is a good one. Tranquil, stability, trust. A lot of financial and medical people use blues in their branding. A lot of corporate things as well because it's very trustworthy and strong. Purple is the next one on our list. That's regal, creative. It's a very regal colour, very sophisticated, which I'll say again in a minute, actually. Right now, in fact. So the next one is black. Now, these are all tones of black, black with different colours. So black is a great colour. It's powerful, it's seductive, like me. When I seductively drink my coffee, like this. So yeah, seductive, sophisticated, powerful. What more do you want? And the opposite side to that, white, pure, clean, simple. Apple, use a lot of white. It's very minimal, very, very, very good. There is a word of caution with colours, as always. Context is very, very, very important. So I've got a picture now. It shows you a corridor in a hospital. It's actually a children's ward, I believe. Now, they could have made that lovely graphic on the floor any colour, but they decided to make it red for some reason. And then, I mean, obviously, it looks like somebody's dragged a body into that room and then out of the room, or dragged two different bodies from different ends of the corridor and met for a coffee in the middle. Maybe they're watching Tuesday Brew. I don't know. But that could have been any colour apart from brown would probably be good. Brown and red, don't use them. So context is important. So really think about why you've got a colour and what you're going to do with that colour. So next thing is, if we can get rid of the screen thing, that'd be awesome. Thank you very much. You've got to stand out amongst your competitors. So there are certain rules. So if you're in finance or if you're looking to create a strong brand, blue is good. But if everybody's blue, then no one stands out. So look at tones of blue and different types of blue, and what do you put with that blue? Maybe blue isn't your primary colour. Maybe it's an accent or something like that. A good example of this, we were looking yesterday. If you look at the apps on your phone, look at how many blue apps there are and how many green apps. Look for the apps where there isn't many of that colour. So the ones we pointed out were purple and pink. We didn't see many purple or pink apps. I'll just get my phone now and show you. So this is going through my phone's in alphabetical order. So if you look at all the blue apps, you'll see a lot of blue, a couple of orange, great colour. A couple of pink ones, they're Samsung ones, so they don't count. Blue, pink, blue. Oh, message. Loads of blue. So if I'm going to develop an app, I'm not going to make it blue because it'll just fall into the sea of apps on your phone. You want something to stand out amongst wherever it's going to be. Like if you've got a product, if you think of the cereal aisle in the supermarket, just boxes and boxes of cereal, you want yours to pop out of that. And then with that in mind, think about who you're trying to reach, what colour would they like. So if you're a toy company, you're probably going to look at bright colours, primary colours, maybe even a nice bright combination of colours. If you are, again, as I said earlier, a natural food company, you can look for greens and browns and think about natural stuff. So what you need to think about what your colours will make your user think. Okay, because we all have biases and nostalgia. Nostalgia is really powerful. So I was saying to Emily yesterday that probably my favourite colour is red. I don't know how much this is to do with it, but when I was a child, I supported Liverpool from my family. That's what they supported. So I supported Liverpool football club. So I like red. So when I think of red, that's what I think of, and then it doesn't really affect me these days, but it's something to consider. People have attachments to colours, so if you can tap into that, that's good. Okie dokies, I think we have a record number of questions from you lot. I'm going to take this off because I won't feel the benefit when I get outside. So we've got a number of questions from you guys. Thank you very, very much for your questions. Much appreciated. So let's go with the first one. My favourite combination of colours. As I said, when I was a kid, my favourite colour was red. Probably still is now, I reckon. And my favourite combination would be red and black. As actually I happen to have this jacket on today, red and black. See, like nice combination. But really, anything with black is good as long as it's tonally different. As long as it stands off the black, a nice contrast. Then anything with black. Next, who we got? Are there any colours you wouldn't use or don't tend to use as much? We do a lot of talking. We do work, but we talk a bit. Brown, we don't use a lot of brown. We don't use a lot of yellow either, but we haven't recently. Although we do use mustard, which is kind of a combination of brown and yellow. So I would say the predominant colours, which we may come on to a little bit later, reds and blues. Or green, we don't use a lot of green. Do we really either? So, but again, it comes in peaks and troughs, and it comes in trends. So we'll see. We see a lot of blues, we see a lot of reds, and then it'll switch and that sort of stuff. So it does not really answer that question. That's the best I can do. Sorry. Okay. So there are actual studies on this sort of stuff, and red is the colour that gets people to take action. So there's a study that showed when they made buttons on e-commerce websites red, they sold at 25%. They performed 25% better than when the button was green. So in that case, red is probably the most marketable, and blue a close second. I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's to do with psychology again. I'm not the expert. Maybe Emily can do one of these on psychology. Yeah, next week's all about psychology with Emily. So red and blue are the most marketable colours in terms of conversions and clicks and stuff. But again, it's a context question, so it depends what sector, what industry you're in. So yeah, there you go. That's all I got. Next one. Next. Colours of 83. Okay, so there were a number of questions on this. So I thought I'd address them all once. I think it was Charlie, it was Damien, and it was it Dan? I think it was Dan. If it wasn't, it was Hayden. Yes, Hayden. Oh. Very nice. Oh, the phone's ringing. 1 second. I'm just going to answer it. There you go. Hello? Yeah, I'm on a live stream. Yeah. Love you too. Bye. So the colours of 83 are orange and grey. And whereas the story of the name of 83 comes from that we were both born in 1983 and we live at number 83 and it was very fateful, the actual truth behind the colours of 83 are that they were completely chosen at random. But we have kind of backfilled as to why they were orange. So when we were at uni, they painted the floor we were on orange, like bright orange, like the colour of our walls, like the colour of this here. It was bright orange, and we think that's kind of burned into our retinas. We're also, our close football team is Wolverhampton Wanderers. They play in yellowy orange, old gold. Sorry, I'm going to slag some hate from that. I'm from Boston originally, in Lincolnshire, and they play in gold as well. So, there's a lot of crossover there. So yeah, we backfilled, but it was random. And Damien also asked if we did the company again, would we change the colours? And probably not, because they're pretty good. They make us stand out, and there's a lot we can do with orange. And they're warm and cheerful and risk takers, and that's us. So Thank you very much. Are there any more questions? No. No more questions? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's it. That's all for this week. Give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram. Uh, there you go. Likes on Facebook, likes on Instagram. We are on TikTok. I know that's on there as well, is it? We've got it this week. Hey, and LinkedIn and TikTok and our website. We should have that as well, I believe. We, well, if we haven't got that, it's 83.co.uk. And our blog's on there, and we've got a video on there, and we've got pictures that move, and loads of great stuff. So, yeah, hopefully, we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.